Yeah, as if.
Is it now? Remind me not to
Move
burst
along,
into tears.
huh?
Keep walking.
Finally, come with me. Forget about it. There. Climb the stairs. Go to the statue and speak with the Grand Master. No idle talking, no stupid gazing, right? Very well. The entire third and fourth sigils are gathered in there, so show some respect. And now, walk blessed, sister.
It is time. Come forward, prophetess. I know what you are feeling. Mistrust. For it is the first time in the history of the Order that a stranger will receive the holy consecration. You consider it a treason against our charter, and therefore against us all. And indeed, it is true that traditions have strengthened the Order. We have ruled this land for millennia, and for millennia we have prevailed. And I know that what happened 2 years ago has unsettled you. Yes, we are in a crisis. Yes, our foundation seems to be shattered. And now you believe that I profane even what little is left by consecrating a pathless one. But you are wrong. It was always people who have given strength to the Order. People like you and me. Yes, we did serve the Lightborn, but because they embodied an idea. The idea of peace through stability. And even now, after their demise, we will pursue this idea. We are facing a threat that endangers the world as we know it. And to fight it, we need one thing above all others, the readiness to make sacrifices for the greater good. This woman, like Novice Sakaresh, has shown this readiness. She is talented and has a gift, and thus carries responsibility. But instead of running from this responsibility, she faced it, found us. She passed the holy trial just as we all did, and therefore she is worthy of joining our ranks. Consecrated ones, repeat my words. This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Thus, You are elevated to Keepers of the First Sigil. Rise. Now let us all recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor in life as in death.
May your light guide
me. Leave now, brothers and sisters, and rest. We will need our strength. Go and get your armor at the temple's forge. After that, meet me in the Emporium. There's news. Ranks. After a novice has passed the trial, he is raised into the First Sigil, and over the course of years, if he proves to be worthy, into higher ranks, up to the Fourth Sigil, which is held by the Truchessa and the Grandmaster, me. Of the First Sigil, yes. Our masters will teach you, our smiths will equip you. That is all that I wanted.
You just don't get any younger.
Walk blessed.
Move along.
Oh shit. I have to remember.
Work, work, work.
Walk blessed.
Walk.
Walk blessed.
Huh?
And that's it. It feels strange. Yes, kind of. You know, for the past 7 years, I have lived for this moment. And now I'm here. It's peculiar. Anyhow, let's talk when there's something new to talk about. Walk blessed, sister.
Prophetess. A foreigner, huh? What a surprise.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master. Well, I suppose you could say that, yes. Natara, Tealor, and I passed our novitiate together. You make it sound as if the Order is some kind of mercenary guild. You don't join the Order, you're chosen for it. Both Heranthiel and I come from a bloodline older than the stones of this temple. It was our path to become keepers, and we followed it. It wasn't much of a choice. That's a different story, and not one for today. Should I? I don't know if you deserve to be here. Sakaresh does. She has proven it for close to 10 years now. But you, maybe there is something to the Grandmaster's talk about you being one of these emissaries, and maybe you can indeed help us in some way. But you're still an outsider. No matter which crest you wear on your armor, that won't change.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really do.
Walk blessed, prophetess.
My dam.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master.
What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you be I don't know, somewhere
Yes?
else?
Yes, it is. Master Tyrus, my foster father. He was half Kyranian, as you might have guessed already. Some words just stuck around.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the
Well,
Grand Master.
If it isn't the notorious Prodigy. Alder Stronghand, blacksmith of the Holy Order by my path. Pleasure to meet you. Ah, right. The highly debated new keeper. You certainly have caused some uproar, I'll give you that. So, robes, mail, or plate? Fine, here you go. And no matter what you think of all this, wearing this armor is an honor. Get that into your head. Most of us had to wait decades for it. Sure, you'll have to pay normally though. As much as the Grandmaster favors you, metal and work don't come for free. Walk.
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master.
Yes. The
fabled prodigy.
Now look at that. You are the prophetess, aren't you? The prodigy. Delighted to make your acquaintance. Finn and Carbos, of course. Who doesn't know them? An odd duo and completely inseparable. Why do you ask? What? How? How do you know that? I'm Malthus, that's... One tragic event after another. Now listen. This question might seem peculiar, but is there any chance you found amulets on them? Yes, that's them. Thank you. We owe it to them. Here, you've earned this. I'll send a pigeon with the news to the League as soon as possible. With all due respect to your thirst for knowledge, I am not a magister, and I've got my hands full. In a nutshell, we are healers, and our path is to cure ailments with magic and alchemy. Our monastery is far to the north, in the Frostcliff Mountains. However, you won't be able to reach it at the moment due to the heavy snowfall. And in case that doesn't sate your appetite, there are a couple of books about us in the library, or maybe even the Chronicum. Walk blessed. Well, then you've come to the right place. Walk blessed.
Huh?
Aside from the obvious, not much, unfortunately. The most important thing to know is that it's extremely hard to determine if someone is infected with it. Afflicted people show their open madness quite late, and at that point, it's usually too late already. Walk blessed. Well, then you've come to the right place. Walk blessed.
Prophetess.
Huh? So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master. Lucifer, walk blessed. But did you hear the new order from the Grand? So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master.
No. Huh? Now look at that. Someone who's actually interested in us as people, rather than in our knowledge about the Pyreans. But it's your lucky day. I really wouldn't mind a good talk right now. Hold on a second. Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214. What do you say? A glass and a good talk? There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway. All right then. When I hear you say that, I don't regret for a second that I never came back to Ostian. Even though I've thought about it from time to time. Wow! Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines, and one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women. Stories say he fell in love with one of them, and yeah, you can connect the dots. But to answer your original question, yes, I'm from Ostian. Though we fled the city around 10 years ago. The right choice, as I probably don't need to tell you. The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the word butcher an entirely new meaning. I know, and nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity. Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore. And still, so many people join their ranks. It's fucking insane. But then again, I guess that's religion for you. Don't think for yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you. At least it was for my brother. I had. He was about 15 years older than me, and was always a troubled child. Rakul. That was his name. You know, my family was very wealthy before we fled. Drapers for generations. The best in Ostian. I suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I, as a woman, wouldn't have been allowed to take over the business when my father would have retired. But Rakul, he just wasn't made out for it, you know? He was shy and introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often Father told him that he was a disgrace to the family. You can call it that, yes. Looking back, I think the temple only gave him what Father wouldn't. A perspective. The feeling of being needed. He spent almost all of his time in the temple after his conversion, and knew the entire Rania, their holy scripture, by heart. Well, in one day, he announced that simply attending the masses wasn't enough anymore. He would join the temple's warriors. Damn right. That's what these bastards do. They exploit the vulnerability of people like him and indoctrinate them with their fucking bullshit. And once that's done, they send them to fight for their holy causes. In other words, their own interests, like pawns on a chessboard. And if they die, then they call it a fucking honor. I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking honey. What solace, isn't it? Now, do you have any other neglected children for us? We're running short on material. Damn it, I hate those bastards. I just hate them so much. He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry. That was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap. Take care.
Hello. Figured as much. What do you want? Do come back.
Potatoes, garlic, radish.
An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city?
I think I've seen you before, haven't I?
Somewhere else?
Oh, you're an outlander, aren't you? From Kilei. Your skin, it looks, different. Narum, you say? Say, is it true that on Kilei, even the door handles of the slum houses are coated with gold? I've heard the Blue Islands Coalition is so rich that they can afford to command a mercenary army large enough to fight an army of seraphs. Huh. I see. You know, once this chaos in the world is over, I want to go travel myself. Who knows? Maybe a captain will hire me as a deckhand.
So many strange
Anyway,
faces.
thanks for your time.
Well,
walk blessed.
Isn't it nice?
In the Shackles of Rust, presented by the poets. On rocks I stood.
Unobulus, my dame, please, the Lord will redeem you for your kindness.
Yes?
Yummy! Tastes like cherries.
Huh?
Lo, how their bosoms make me languish. Whoa!
Huh?
Away! Away! Away you go! They purse their lips, so dark and red, such scheming play, such vexing hex. Ah! Ugh! Brute lust! With strongest will
Yes?
my soul. What are you doing? I fled their calling, after all. Huh? What the? I beg your pardon? But, by the righteous path, this is incredible. I've never heard anything like this before. Tell me, my lady, where did you learn this? Who taught you poetry? Blazes, you're self-taught. Malthus truly did bless you with talent. tell me, may I interpret your poem? It's just I have to. Well then, I hope this is not too much of a leap, but does your first line, the one with the dancing elder between fire and ice, deal with the socio-sexual isolation of old people in feudal societies? I may be wrong, but that was the first thought that came to my head. No, not at all. I was particularly moved by how you used onomatopoeia in line 4 and 6. Do these brutal noises at the end of each verse symbolize the hedonistic, violent way of life among the common people who have absolutely no regard for the lonely man? Phew. Well, that's a tough one. To me, it sounds like the inner voice of a murderer. Yes, exactly. He celebrates his bloodthirsty way of life. In the fangs of violence, my heart laughs. And then, suddenly, justice ends him, which is once again conveyed through those guttural noises. And I have to say, how you use the uneven number of verses as a metaphor for the discord that results from such a lifestyle is nothing short of brilliant. If that's what you meant by it, of course. You did, didn't you? Well, you know what? They wouldn't. The common people, they don't even understand when I tell them I'm a poet. Poet, they ask? What kind of profession is that? So now I simply tell them I'm an innkeep. That is something they are able to grasp with their limited intellect. Easy answers. That's what people long for. But you know what? I would rather die hungry than become one of those soulless pot-boiler artists who make a fortune off their stupid stories. Like, Jonas Schmid does. Do you know him? Mundane rubbish. That's all he writes, but you'll find it on every bookshelf. It's a disgrace. Pure and simple. What kind of question is that? How can something that so many people like not be rubbish? Of course! Not everyone has been blessed with an artist's intellect, you know. There are two kinds of writers. Small minds who give the common people fodder that helps them feel smart, and true artists who want more from life. Those who create, with no greed for gold and fame, bound solely by the calling of the muse. Well, then you're certainly more of a simpleton than I thought you were. Hard to believe the gods would waste so much poetic talent on you. I suppose it would be better for the both of us if this conversation ends here and now.
By Malphas, so...
Hymn of the Desert King.
By Malphas, so moving.
What? What the? But... I've never heard anything. What is it? Well, I may be wrong. No, not... Do these brutal noises... And then... And I have to say... The common... Easy... But you know what? Do you know him? Mundane rubbish. What? Of course! There are two kinds... Those who create, with no greed... Of course I am. I wish it weren't true, but it is. If only there were more people like us. Hymn of the Desert King.
Dark as the sun, light as the night.
Potatoes, garlic,
Thousand raindrops, red and small. Lo, from the velvet sky they fall.
What?
Yes? What are you doing here?
Did you hear the news? Mithrael Birdsong is coming to Ark.
What? Oh, by the righteous path, this is incredible! What's he gonna play? Please tell me that he's going to sing and how compares to my golden hair.
Walk blessed.
He'll play all the new songs from his latest songbook. And now, brace yourself. Word has it that in the performance, he takes one woman up on the stage to sing, "Thou art my sweet spring blossom" for her.
What? Oh, by the seven, that's my favorite! It's so romantic! Especially in the last verse when he goes like, "The wind blows soft, your hand so tender, I love you so, oh woman slender." I always feel as if it's me he's singing.
Dark as the sun, light as the night. Thousand raindrops, red and small.
An
From
outlander.
the velvet sky
What are you doing
they
in this
fall.
part of the city? Shouldn't...
Malphus blessings, madame. Are you looking for something to read? By the, put that away! Are you mad? Don't go around showing these to people like a bloody bouquet. Well, apart from the fact that the pathless murderer wrote them, they're forbidden. I once had an idiot of an assistant who had the marvelous idea of buying these on the black market and selling them to intellectuals. Probably thought it'd impress me. Would have gotten us both into the Undercity if I hadn't noticed it before the Order did. Well, they haven't always been. You know the story behind them, don't you? At first, the Order reprinted them, thinking it would be a wonderful scare story to keep people on the righteous path. However, that didn't work out as they thought it would. People were fascinated by the story rather than appalled by it, and some even started imitating his crimes. You know, killing criminals for justice. Some bards even wrote songs about the Butcher of Ark, path-abiding on the surface, but full of morbid fascination underneath. After some years, yes, it was Truchessa Nataro del Verum, actually, who issued the decree. Nowadays, owning these books is forbidden and punished by a significant prison sentence, and the Order tries to burn every single issue they get their hands on. Well, if they had, you wouldn't be holding one, my friend, would you? Blazes, did you listen to a word I said? You're not getting any here if that's what you're asking. Look for them if your life depends on it, but leave me and the other path-abiding merchants out of it. Ah, and you might be careful parading around with these for another reason as well. The Order isn't the only one looking for them. Just some moons ago, the two guards protecting the original scripture were murdered and the book taken. Yes, the one the Butcher of Ark wrote himself. I assume the thieves were hoping it contained the forbidden passage about Jael Tannerson's initiation ritual, but as far as I know, not even the original has it. Well, long story short, you're treading on dangerous ground here. If it's a story you want, I recommend you get yourself something else to read. You name it, I got it.
Echoes of Lust, presented by the poets. On rocks I stood amidst the sea, before me nymphs of ancient times. Oh yes! Sensual and sweet as sin, their bodies touch my tender skin.
So many strange faces. Well,
I think I've seen you before, haven't I? You work for the Order. Do you know who those wild mages up in the temple are?
Hear my words of sea. The biting people of this
Vegetables, bread,
Walk blessed, my dame. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Would you like to open a personal vault? Or perhaps even acquire an estate? A ledger. Your very own safe in our house, which we will manage on your behalf. We will meticulously track all your deposits and withdrawals, and best of all, thanks to our very generous interest rates, the longer you entrust your money with us, the more it proliferates on its own. No, well, evidently this was a metaphor. Just imagine that for every day your money rests in our vaults, we present you with some extra coin on top of it, as in appreciation for your trust, so to speak. Well, you see, this is a highly complicated process, and I fear it would be a matter of near impossibility to elucidate my response in such a fashion that you would be capable of comprehending it with your, I beg your pardon, most likely quite limited intellectual capabilities. Let us talk about more enjoyable matters instead, such as your money. Fine then. We use it to trade. We invest, for example, in promising expeditions or new trade routes. And from the returns those investments yield, we not only pay our employees, but your interest as well. Now, don't you look at me that way. We have to make a living somehow, too. Banks do not make mistakes. Didn't your parents teach you this? Now enough of this nonsense and back to business. Do you want to open a gold shelf or not? Very well. We will need a 100-penny deposit to start with. After that, you may make a withdrawal or deposit whenever you would like. I didn't expect this. But fine, how does the saying go? Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Here, this is your personal safe key. This way, you may access your shelf even when we are closed. To make a deposit, simply talk to one of the bankers or put it on the shelf yourself. And should you acquire any shareholdings, simply give them to me and we will allocate them with your future interest. Well, holdings for something, a business, a caravan, things like that. But forgive me for saying so, you do not seem to be a woman of means, so I don't suppose it will be relevant to you. Of course. Walk blessed, my dame. How can Sylvan and Fred... Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
Yes? Well, there comes a point.
Greetings! Some shifts never end.
My dame.
They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves. Idiots.
Hello? How may I be of service? Of course. A wise decision. Walk blessed, my dame. How can... Of course. Of course. Walk blessed, my dame. Of course. A wise decision. Hello. How may I be of... Of course. Of course. Walk blessed. And don't forget, your money is safe with...
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
What?
One day, Naya. One day.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
Prophetess!
Blazes.
My Dame Delina. And I felt.
Keep walking.
Walk blessed.
Is the sun. Light. Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must have been, due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus himself.
Walk blessed, my dame. How can Sylvan and... Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me. Hello, how may I be of service?
Prophetess.
Did you find it?
Is it now? Remind me not to...
What?
Tears.
Walk blessed. What?
Now, if it isn't the prodigy, well...
Is it now? Remind me not to burst into tears.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
So, you actually made it, Prodigy.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Rumors circulate, rumors about the horrible events of the past moons. They speak of a red madness that befalls
Walk blessed, my dame. How? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
One day...
He knows what he's doing.
One day.
Thou art my light.
Yes, that
my
just
glimmer
might work.
at the horizon.
Yeah, this just doesn't make
Thy
any
name is my
sense.
sacrament.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard it already.
What? Hello? How? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me. Hello, how may I be of service?
Move along.
Is it now? Remind me not to
This
burst
just doesn't
into
make any
tears.
sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Yes. Yes.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must happen.
Hello, how may I? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... oh, how do they say it? Melee? My dad told me that's where the petrified live.
If only that man knew a thing or two about reliability.
Yeah, as if.
Shira.
The light fades away at the end of the day.
Who are you?
Hear my words,
Can I
path-abiding
help
people
you?
of this holy city.
Walk blessed, my dame. Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceed.
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
Huh? She-Ra.
If only that man knew it.
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
Hear my words, path-abiding people of this holy city.
Walk blessed, of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe.
Can I help you?
Move along.
Walk west.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. What the fuck is wrong with this world?
She-Ra. Walk west.
Who are you? Hey, you're an adventurer,
Oh,
aren't you?
path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle.
Walk blessed. Hello? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget your money is...
Huh? Can I help you?
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
She-Ra.
holy city.
Walk blessed, of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
My Dane.
Move along.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you?
She-Ra.
Greetings.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to... oh, how do they say it? Melee? My dad told me that's where the petrified live.
My words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
Can I help you?
Hello? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget your...
Hungry for
I've got
arcane
just
secrets?
what a weary
I
traveler
have
needs.
books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
We always go too easy on the scum.
Walk blessed, madame.
She-Ra.
Huh?
Greetings.
Now look
Hey!
at that.
You're an
Controversial
adventurer.
recruit?
Hear
So,
my words,
how are
O
you?
path-abiding people of this holy city.
I guess.
A miracle has happened. A miracle
My
that must
dad
have
told me
been
that's where the
due to its
petrified
sheer
live.
glory
I see.
brought forth.
Walk blessed, of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
Well,
Hmm?
The light fades. Away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
She-Ra.
If only that man knew a thing or two about
Work, work, work.
50. E75, 100.
She-Ra, huh?
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
My Dame.
Rumors circulate. Rumors about...
Hello? How may I be of service? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.
Sister, walk blessed.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Walk blessed.
The end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
Thou art hoping.
Of course they have. You know how these bureaucrats are, but they will do it.
Very good. Thanks for your efforts, my friend.
Don't mention it. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know, many see the course the Order has taken since you came back as disquieting. Narazul's mages in the temple, an outlander as a keeper. It's a lot to take in.
I know, Jorik. But someone has to deal with the threat. And if we don't, no one will.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
That's beyond me.
Prophetess, did you find your way around? Good. It is important that you get adjusted to this place. It will be the base of all operations to come. Right now, we are still in the dark as to the true nature of this cycle. All we have are fragments, but we will change that. There are 2 trails we have found. I want you to go after both of them. The first one has to do with the stone fragments from Old Reshengrad. Pegast has not yet told you, but all of them together form a so-called sigilled stone, which we urgently need. The Arcanists have already put it together, but we still lack a part of the ritual to activate it. And for that, we need the memory of a dead person. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only prospect we have in this fight. Where do you want to start? I'll make it short. We assume that in the last cycle, the Pyreans worked on a machine which they hoped would save them from the cleansing. An old artifact which they tried to put back together. Well, we do know that the cycle is not an ordinary threat. It functions in a way we have not even come close to comprehending, almost like a cosmic force. This makes it naive to believe one could face this threat like a foe made of flesh and blood. Maybe, however, this machine can. As I said, the Pyreans didn't invent this machine. They merely reconstructed it from old plans they found somewhere. And if they thought this idea was worth pursuing, we should at least look into it. Pegast found an old ruin named Old Dothelgrad, which seemed to be some kind of laboratory of the Dilgar, one of the ruling castes in the Pyrean era. She assumes that we might find hints about this machine there, or maybe even a prototype. I want you to help her in any way possible. Maybe your gift can reveal things normal eyes can't see. They were the two different castes who ruled the Pyrean realm. Officially, they were servants of their highest being, the deity all of Pyrea worshipped, but everyone knew that it was the castes who had the power. And while the Ishian valued tradition, the Dilgar valued progress, which, as you can imagine, led to differences between the two, to say the least. They were the Lightborn of the Pyrean era, you could say. Yes, because they never had a chance to finish it. The Pyrean realm was in a constant state of war shortly before the cleansing, just like Vin has been for the past few years. And even if the machine does not work, any knowledge we can get from their struggle against the cycle is crucial. It's in a remote section of the Heartland. Keeper Sakaresh will accompany you there and show you the way. Good luck. Prophetess, did you find you good? Right now, we are still in the arcade. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only It's simple. I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The Sigil Stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the Red Madness. Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia. Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago. Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.
Prophetess.
Yes. Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard it already. There's
Hungry
war
for
out here.
Men, that's just how they are.
Hello? How may I be? Of course. Walk blessed.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been
Greetings.
Mm-hmm.
50.
She-Ra.
Huh? Greetings.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must have been.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you?
Hello? How may I be of service? Of course. Walk blessed! And don't forget, your money is safe with Sylvan and friends. Exceedingly safe, believe me.